Sunday and welcome to Good News New England. I'm Emmeline Reed here with your positive newscast. If you're like much of the rest of New England, you're probably still missing Tom Brady, aren't we all, right? Well, we've got a way for you to not only spend time with him, but also give back to his favorite charity. The recent Super Bowl champ is celebrating his win by teaming up with Omaze to offer a hangout experience where you and a friend get to grab lunch and toss the ball around with Brady himself. How do you do it? Make a donation to Brady's Best Buddies cause through omaze.com. That's OMAZE to pledge any amount. If you've noticed people lately walking around with shirts that say Rise Up, you're probably wondering what it's all about. Well, tonight we've got that story. Meet Sherry, also known as Shaz to her close friends. She's the owner of Mermaids on Cape Cod and designer behind the popular Rise Up shirts.
Rise Up project started when I recognized that a lot of people on Cape Cod were losing their jobs. All of the fairs and festivals were closing down. All of the little pop-ups were closing. And I wanted to be able to help.
Sherry says she saw her chance to give back and she took it.
So it was probably like 3 a.m. when I started drawing and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. The sun was rising and I said, when the sun rises, I remember a friend of mine used to say, a tide raises all ships. And so I saw the sun and I saw the water and I just kept seeing the tide rising up and bringing all of us up at the same time. I made a couple of really cute designs and I called my favorite printer and he said, well, I want to do one too for the men.
The community rose in return by immediately placing orders for the merchandise with proceeds going to charity.
I have to be honest, the first time it happened, I cried. Because within probably 3 hours, we had over $3,000 in orders, and that's not something we normally see. So the first check was for $5,000, then another check for $5,000, and then another check for $5,000. And pretty soon we were close to $25,000 in 3 months' time. I always wrote on behalf of your community.
If you'd like to help the cause and get your own Rise Up gear, use our code GOODNEWS to get 20% off while still making a donation.
We're all in this together. Nobody was left COVID unscathed. Nobody. So if we all are just a little kinder and just listen a little easier and take a deep breath before we speak, I think everything can change and we can all help each other and just make this world a better place right now.
JT, thanks again for joining us for the Positive 5. What do you have for us today? We're celebrating a big milestone.
Huge milestones. Huge. First of all, thank you. And I can't believe it's been a year of this pandemic. We are on the anniversary. It's also the anniversary of a virtual dance party that I've been doing with my friend DJ Angel. And we've been doing it for 52 weeks. And it's been just online. We've been talking to people in Turkey and Canada, the UK, and all throughout the United States. And they tune in every Friday night on the JT's Chronicle page, and they're just jamming with us. We have a great time. So this will be huge tonight. So I get myself ready. But I was reflecting over the past year, what I've been through, my emotions, being scared in the beginning, like what is going on? Because the way the media is, they hit you so hard and you're scared to turn away. And it's like, what am I doing? Like, what's going to happen? My loved ones, my mother, my father, my cousins, family, friends. And you start to reflect, and you go through stages. First you're just completely just paranoid, you're scared. Then sometimes you're in denial. Then you start to get a little calmer, like, all right, I'm not gonna deal with this. And it's like, all right, wait a minute. What exactly is going on? You start to kind of refocus on what is important to you. My family, my health, my life. What have I done? Was it all worth it? How much time have I wasted? How much time have you wasted? You can't get that back. That's a huge thing. How much time have I wasted? And when you sit there because you can't go anywhere, and this affects everybody. It didn't matter how much money you had, what your nationality was, right? Where you lived, everything stopped. It stopped. And you had to see what was in front of you.
And JT, I think it's an interesting thing that you're saying and talking about the time that you wasted, because there are definitely some times where I think, as most people know, anyone who knows me personally knows, I have barely left this house in a year. Like, I can count on my hands how many times.
Right.
Just because that was kind of the choice I made. And it's interesting because I've thought a lot about it. in reflecting, and I actually plan to do like a little bit of a statement on it myself. So this is kind of perfect. But
Okay.
one thing I've thought was that there was a part of me that I'm a very go, go, go person.
Right.
So being home, being pregnant, being tired, being, extra sensitive to what was going on, knowing that we had some people that were at a higher risk in our family. For me, I thought, I was like, what am I going to tell my kids I did? What am I going to tell him when I look back on this year and I say, I stayed home for an entire year of my life? What does that say about me?
Right.
And, what I thought about that is that for me, in my eyes, in my opinion, and everyone feels a little bit differently, if you were like, I had to get out, I had to live, I had to keep going, then you do what's best for you. But for me, what made me sleep at night was knowing that at the end of the day, when push came to shove, I did every single thing in my power, and I would do it all again in the heartbeat.
Absolutely.
If I knew that it would get my family through this the way that it has, that we, knock on wood. Where's some wood in my house? Here we go.
I got some too. I got some too. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, for me, it's worth it to sacrifice 1 year because, I want to be able to give people more time for themselves too. So for me, it's like, I can't get that time back, but it taught me a lot. There's a lot I learned from it and have grown from it, and I have to embrace and love that. And, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't do anything different, because at the end of the day, when my kid asked me what I did, I can say, I did what I felt in my heart was going to be the smart move for me and my family. And not everyone's in our shoes. Some people only have like a month to live. Some people only have short time.
Absolutely.
Some people really have to get out. So you never know what anyone's position is, but
correct.
But it's like, when you look back, it's like, well, what you did with that time really does, you're right. It matters. Like what you focused on, what you thought, what you did, it matters.
Absolutely. It matters. I'm glad for you. I'm glad I'm glad for a lot of people out there and a lot of you people at home that are watching, and you want to reassess, your life, and I want you to think about what you did go through. Be honest. That's the biggest thing. Be honest. Nobody's going to judge you. It's only you in your heart, your head and in your heart. So think about what really matters and what you thought was so important you had to have, and you can't have it, and you made it. You made it. You made it through. You'll be okay. A lot of you guys have a lot of money in the bank because you couldn't spend it because you had nothing to spend it on. You know what I mean? It's like you weren't going shopping like you were, or you couldn't stop buying all these dresses or suits or sneakers and all that because you weren't going anywhere. So it's like, soon you'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be out partying and all that. But I guarantee a lot of you will think before you do things. It's like, you know what? I'm okay. Like, I'm gonna go outside and play. I'm gonna take a walk. I'm gonna keep going on that project. I'm gonna keep taking this Sunday like I used to do it every Saturday, whatever day it was that you focused on just for you. And I hope that you adopted something like that to make you better and keep that going. You're gonna find your life even opening up more, and there's gonna be more blessings for you and more things gonna happen. It's a whole new world. So welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Starts with you. I love it.
Again, I have to tell you, JT, I have a date with Cape Cod Winery. It's gonna be coming.
Whoa!
It's gonna be coming.
Don't even play.
I have talked about this with Jake, and I was like, look, once I have a baby, once I have my shot, the first time that I can be like, okay, like I can leave the baby with, my mom for the afternoon or with his parents, and maybe, my mom can come with me. We can go to Cape Cod Winery. I am going to sit down and I'm going to have a glass of wine and I'm going to relax because I have my shot. I'm taken care of. Everything's protected. Like it's good. Like I have a date with Cape Cod Winery in my head that I can't, like, I'm so looking forward to it.
I'm loving this.
And to know that it can be real is just so freeing and so
excited.
Empowering.
This is good.
I can't wait.
This is great. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for all you guys at home too. I'm excited for myself. So let's have a great year. This is the new year. This is our New Year's Eve coming up right now. This is our New Year's Eve. Forget what happened back in December. This is us starting over. So happy New Year. Happy life. Welcome back. And And it all started with you, and I'm proud of you because you made it through. So let's see what we can do going forward. So when I would say it's one love, one family, one community, I mean that. I love that. And I hope you guys share this video in the page and share Emma. Love you. Thank you so much.
Big congratulations to you, JT, on hitting that 1-year mark. I know a lot of people have looked forward to that every weekend. And now I'm going to turn over to Fresh Look Friday, where I'm taking you guys with me to Spoken Wheel on Newbury Street, where my stylist Courtney gave me not only a pregnancy safe, but a COVID safe glow up. Hey everyone, happy Fresh Look Friday. Today's new look is going to actually be my hair. I am going to get my hair done for the very first time. I'm going back to my favorite girl, Courtney, at Spoken Wheel on Newbury Street. Take a look at these roots. These need to get done so bad, but I know she's gonna do an amazing job today, and I'm so excited to share the transformation with you. So let's see how it goes. All right guys, we're getting the color set, yay! Okay, so I know I look really weird, but I'm really excited to see this color. Just put a mask in, and I am so excited to see how this all looks once we do the gloss and dry it all out. That's it for this week's Positive News. Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 6 p.m. to stay up to date with all the latest good news happening from around New England. And if you have a story of your own that you'd like to share, feel free to send me an email, emmalyn@emmalynreed.com. Have a great week, everybody.